Hey everybody, Leigh Mackenzie. Just wanted to talk to you about the cult of imperial worship, otherwise known as the Imperial Cult. And I just wanted to show you, I'm in Cordoba, Spain right now, and I wanted to give you an idea of what a temple for the worship of the Imperial Cult would look like. And this was excavated as they were trying to build City Hall. You can see they have the huge pillars here. And what would have happened was you would have had down here, there would have been stairs leading up here. And then there would have been a couple of different statues of, for example, this was built in the 1st century, and they believe it probably would have had like Augustus Caesar, who would have had his statue here, and then statues of his family members, etc. And so this would have been kind of like that would be like their modern, well, their ancient day, like Instagram. That would be how they would have known who anybody was. If they would have come into Cordoba, say Augustus Caesar would have come into Cordoba and marched in, everybody here in Cordoba would know his likeness by his statue. And they would have known his wife, they would have known his kids, everybody, all right? And so what's really interesting is that during the time that this imperial cult worship really took hold was during Augustus's time. He realized, and his people around him realized, that if they could deify the emperor, that means that they could build temples just like this all over the known Roman world. That is all the way from up in Britain and all the way down the coast, all the way through Spain and France, etc., all the way back to Rome. And so they would have had these beautiful temples built. They would have had sacrifices made to in the honor of Augustus Caesar. And people would have given money, they would have given tithes here, the priests would have been paid. And so it was a way for the Romans to make money for the empire, to keep fueling that empire. But it was also a way of deifying somebody who was a Caesar. So it's rumored that when Julius Caesar, after he died and Augustus takes over, in Rome, there are 3 days of huge festivities, and there's this giant comet that was in the sky for all those 3 days. And that was when everyone said, oh my gosh, Julius Caesar, he's a star in the sky. He is like the most high God, if you will. He is a god, just like all the other Roman deities, just like Apollos, just like Artemis, just like Zeus, all of that. So that's a little bit more about the imperial cult worship, and it went on for many centuries. Just so you know, that is all I got to say about that.